Okay, let's start off with our math lesson now. We'll begin with our DLO, our daily learning objective. I'll read it first and then you'll read it with me. Today I will count 4 and 5 objects. Now read it with me. Today I will count 4 and 5 objects. An object is anything, any kind of item. I'm going to start off with reviewing our numbers up to 5. We will be focusing on 0 through 5 this quarter 1. We will be counting to 20, but we will be reading and writing and manipulating and working with numbers 0 through 5. That's why I have you watch that counting video, because they repeat counting to 20 3 times, slow, medium, and fast. I think it's fun. I like the song. I hope you like it too. But that is why we have the warm-up video all the way to 20, because I will be quizzing you on counting to 20. So anytime during the day, you can always count to 20. So let's just do some flashcards, and we're just going to read the numbers. Do you know what number that is? 0. Say 0. 1. Say 1. 2. Say 2. 3. Say 3. 4. Say 4. Last one. 5. Say 5. I want to look at 4 real quick. Sometimes 4 looks like this. I call this a sailboat because it has a big sail right here. When we write it, I like to write it like this. Down, over, down some more. That's the way you make a 4. But you will see 4s that look like this. Just like some letters that we write, some people write them a little bit different. So I want to let you know that it's important to know both ways in case you ever read it and you say, well, that's not a 4, this is a 4. Well, this is a 4 also. It's just a different way of writing it, and when you type it on the computer, sometimes it shows up like this. So there's 2 different ways to make a 4 and a 2, but we'll talk about that one later. We're going to be counting 4 and 5 today. Yesterday we counted 1, 2, and 3 objects. We'll continue that today. Our focus is 4 and 5, but I will be incorporating all of it because it's good to practice all of our skills every day so we can become experts. I have my counting dots here, and I have another graph. In your Journeys workbook, we have the graph, and I have mine sideways just like this. Yesterday, your graphs were vertical, straight up and down. We'll also do that with this graph. You can see that the difference is this one has 5 different blocks in it. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count these and then mark in my boxes. I'll go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do I color in? 5. Because I counted 5 here, I'll mark in 5 here. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 objects I counted. I colored in 5 objects over there. Now I'll erase. Let's do this many. How many objects do I have now? Let's count. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. How many will I fill in? 3. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Is that easy or what? Let's erase. Now, I'm going to take my dots away. I have some other magnets behind me that I want to use. Let's use the bears. I'm going to mix them up because sometimes bears will be in a pile and we have to count them. We can put them in a line We can put them straight up and down. We just have to make sure we count every single one. So let's count all of them right now. Let's start at the top. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The strategy I'm using to count is touching, and I want all of you to also make sure you touch every object you count, whether it's your cubes at home, if you want to use pennies, if you want to use the little flippy counters that we sent home. They're yellow and red. It's really easy for you to remember how many you're counting when you touch them. Something about touch makes our brain remember what we're doing, how we're counting, and what the number is. So I have 5 here. Let's mark it in the graph. I have 5 bears. How many bars will I mark? 5. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 bears. I marked in 5 bars in the graph. How about, I'm going to take some away. Now how many bears do I have? 2. Let's count. 1, 2. That strategy was touch and pull. I touched it and I pulled it down to move it so I knew how many more I needed to count. I have 2 bears. How many will I color in the graph? 2. Count with me. 1, 2. Easy, right? That's why this lesson will be quick today. Let me put that back up there. Now I'm going to turn this straight up and down, because in your lesson book, when you get to lesson 1.5, the bars go straight up and down. And in the lesson, they have the objects or the birds or the bees in different arrangements. So an arrangement is just how they are set up. They can be set up in a line like I showed you, straight up and down, right across, or in a pile. So let's do that with some more. Let's do apples. How many apples do you see? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many bars will I fill in? How many apples do I have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to fill 4 bars in. Count with me. We'll start at the bottom. When we make a graph going straight up like this, it's best to start at the bottom. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 apples, 4 bars. Erase. How about this many? How many apples do we have now? 1. What do we do over here? Fill it in. Easy? I think so too. Let's count 1 bar. Ready, go. 1. I think that is just the easiest thing, and that will be easy for you and whoever's helping you do it at home. There's one more exercise I want to practice before we go. I'll move my little bar over because we don't need it. I want to match these numbers. These are the faces of a die, and they have dots in them. We need to count the dots and match the numbers. I have these in order. Count them with me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. What number is this? 1. I need to match it with the number 1. What number is this? 4. I'm going to match it with 4. I think that's right. Let's check. Help me count the dots. 1, 2, 3. Is that the same? It's not the same. Here's 4. I found it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I matched it. How about this one? What number is this? 2. Let's find the one with 2 dots. Do you see it? Point to it. There it is. Count the dots. 1, 2. There's the number 2. How about, what's this number? 5. Where's the one with 5 dots? Do you see it? I do. Here it is. Help me count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I've got 2 more left. Let's do this one. What number is that? 0. 0 is nothing. There's nothing there. That one's the easiest one because the 0 is like a big blank circle, and this is a big blank square. Last one. What number is that? 3. I'll match it with my last one right here. Let's make sure it's a match though. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. All right, have fun doing your worksheets.